Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. And it's a weird Friday, I'll tell you that. And we have Katie Thurston selling her soul, and that being the sole of her foot. She's on OnlyFans, or she's calling Only Feet. No free feet pics. That's right, folks. And I am all about the free market economy. Get a leg up or a toe up on the situation here. Follow me on Instagram at tneals. Patreon.com/Dave Neal for behind-the-scenes bonus content. No foot pics there. Although I should say, as I've studied economics, that there is a price for everything. So I guess for the right amount, I'll send you my feet pics. I'll cut one off for you for the right amount. Just the left side. All right. Bachelor Rush Hour, the afternoon podcast. Every afternoon, Bachelor news, other entertainment news, all in one spot. Original content for you in your rush hour drive home. Shout out to everybody who's sent in and posted on Instagram and Facebook all their different photos of them in their car or wherever listening to Bachelor Rush Hour. I appreciate you. All right, let's get into this wild and wacky story we have here. Feeling alive today, ask me anything. And of course, whenever an influencer from Bachelor Nation doesn't ask me anything, it's a way to drive traffic so they can sell you something, which is okay. That's the world we live in. We live in a world where everyone's either selling or being sold on a product or idea, and that's okay with me. So, first question, feeling alive today, for your next relationship, will you keep it on the down low or make it Instagram official? She said, hard launching on my wedding day, and there she is with a blurred out foot photo. And I think the first person that I can remember in the Bachelor world that started blurring out their foot photos was Gabby Windy. Thoughts on relationship breaks when your feelings are stronger than theirs? She says it's either a hell yes or a hell no. If you're on a break, you might as well pull the cord. Yeah, and I think it's good if your partner's not interested in being on the same plane as you. Feel free to walk away, and maybe they'll chase after you, or maybe they won't. But set your own boundaries and see if someone else can live up to them. Another blurred foot photo. What are we getting at here? Favorite position? She said CEO, which I feel like, who's the first one to say that? Was it Kristen Calamari? Who said that? Either way, Chief Executive Officer. How to subscribe to your content? She's got the subscribe button there. And then any debt, her mortgage. Feet pics, says someone, and she says no free feet pics, but then posts a link there. And then someone says, what's your favorite pic? And she posted a photo with her mom and said, about to pay off mama's house by selling my souls. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that would be some nice PR, right? That's like the new Mr. Beast, but it's the new Mr. Foot. You just here you go, mom. I feel like if you paid off your mom's house, selling feet pics, I feel like you should give her the check with your toes. Just be like, here you go, mom. Just kind of give it to her. I don't know. Just a thought. Based on your next pics, are your feet all messed up? She says no. And then she showed her wiki feet, which we'll get to in a second here. Do you have an OnlyFans for your feet? Noticing all the covering up. She said she calls it only foot. Hard pass on the roses. So let's see. And I think she shared something else since this last one. A couple new Instagram stories in the last minute, breakfast. Okay, so nothing foot related. So here's the OnlyFans. It says, welcome to my Only Feet. Some say I've sold my soul, to which I say, yes, my right soul and my left soul. Blame my high rating on WikiFeet for getting me here. All right, so let's go to her WikiFeet and see if the rating's as good as she says. So WikiFeet, by the way, is not a well-run blog here. I mean, what is this, a Reality Steve blog? I'm just kidding, Reality Steve. This is, the pop-ups and stuff like that. All good. Reality Steve, do you have a WikiFeet? Get up on there. Rating, she has a 4.5, or maybe even higher, like a 4.7 out of 5. Beautiful feet rating, and you can see the different photos that they've included here of her feet. I'm almost cautious to even share one because I feel like that would come off creepy. Oh, but hey, how about this? This photo, oh, we just lost it. This was from the trip. I don't know what, I'm not a big fan of astrology, but on this trip, you had Katie and Blake, Claire and Dale, and I think Tasha and Zach all in the same city, and all of their relationships disintegrated like a foot fungus. They were, overcome by whatever toxic mold. I don't know. But there they are. And speaking of, now we have Claire Crowley. We have a 2-for-1 on the... Okay, this is getting weird. Look, I don't even have... By the way, what a great shirt by Blake there. That was a nice... And then we've got Katie and John Hersey, and then the feet that are there. So... You might not believe this because it's kind of become a thing, but I don't have a foot fetish. It's just a funny thing to talk about. But I am interested by all different fetish types. Why everyone has a foot fetish We have the scientific reason, which I don't believe everyone does have a foot fetish. I mean, I don't. I feel like this is somebody with a foot fetish who made the video, but let's just watch.
About is the physical lobe right here under your skull. It's where the neurons that respond to touch are organized. And if you look at where they're organized in this lobe, the feet and toes neurons are right beside the genitals neurons. Essentially, there's more overlap between the touch neurons of this part of the brain.
So the part that touches your feet in your brain also is near your genitals? So, I don't know. Whoa, this Friday got weird.
It might explain why we're all kind of into feet, but fetishes are also very fascinating. Some studies, they actually made rats just wear vests to copulate, and then they could only copulate with vests. From then on, they had a vest fetish. Either way, this is just a fascinating theory as to why we all might be into foot stuff. There's a
Let's read some comments, because I don't know. Someone goes, who's we? He keeps saying we. Yeah, that's one of those things like, don't we all love butt stuff? And it's like, well, I don't know. Not to, it's Easter weekend here. I'm raised Catholic, if you didn't know. Can we keep it PG for the Lord? I don't know if we can. I don't know. Is it modest to say that foot fetishes don't exist with everyone? I don't know. But maybe there's a bias there, because, if you're a scientist, maybe scientists have a foot fetish. I don't know. Either way, point being, there's a market for it, and there's this destigmatization, did I pronounce that right, of what's going on with OnlyFans. OnlyFans, and I don't have any memberships here, $15.99 a month, by the way. Foot that bill, folks. Okay, now, but hey, to each their own. I'm all about ethical selling of your, like, obviously there's an issue with other forms of adult entertainment that maybe are predatory and unethical and all these other things. But I always say, in the do-it-yourself culture and the freelance culture, do what you got to do. Katie, where will this fit on in the your tax write-offs? Does this count? Like, how does it work? Now, do you get to write off your shoes? Either way, good for you. Now, we did have people wonder about, and let me get to this real quick here, because we make these videos and everyone's always got to be like creeped out and this and that, but I wanted to share with you my screen here. We've got my if you guys don't know how it works on Patreon, I've got a button over here that I press. That's called the Patreon button. And when I press it, it shows my whole screen that I'm working with. So as I put these foot photos together and make the thumbnail, I show you how this is all done on the Patreon. But some people have been asking, they've been like, Dave, how do we know if Katie's feet photos are worth it? How do we know that her photos command the attention that you're giving them? And all I can say to that is they line up with the Dale's toes. That's right, folks. When Dale's toes, of course, at a 45-degree angle, or is that 60? Whatever the angle is, are placed on the Illuminati eye, overlapped, they almost line up perfectly with Katie's toes right here. So, is it meant to be? I think she'll be selling her foot photos to pay her mom's mortgage in no time, but we'll have to see how this all plays out. I texted Katie to get an update on the sales, and she says she's getting a lot of notifications, so clearly people are signing up, and we'll have more on this story as it comes. I feel like we really nailed it here. What do you guys think? All right, that's it for me. I've got a soul, 2 of them, and you do as well. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to have Bachelor Rush Hour the Afternoon podcast up for you, and patreon.com/Dave Neal. I've got the full stand-up set from my show with Katie that we did last month. If you weren't able to make the sold-out show in San Diego, you can now watch it on Patreon at patreon.com/Dave Neal. Again, if you've... you know what? I'll send you a foot photo for $400 if anyone wants to Venmo me. I think I've set the price there. D Neals, $400, one-time foot photo. It'll be, me at the beach. All right, folks. That got weird, but hey, I won't turn it down. We'll talk to you later.